Hello, welcome back to our Rule the Waves 3 playthrough of Italy starting 1890, Mare Nostrum. So, in the last episode, which was recorded just a few minutes ago, we made a few choices about how to deal with some of our older ships, which meant getting rid of the some of the older carriers we had, the Falcons, and it's also going to involve getting rid of these Pelicanos as we replace them. We also went through a whole, uh, basically the survivors of our Euro class destroyers and getting those basically updated, or at least the engines fixed on them as much as we could. And that's about it, really. We also, I think, we're working on the Marsalas. We're still working on the Marsalas, as will be done shortly. So let's start pressing save the game, make a copy, and off we go. Oh, we stole the knowledge from the US. Look at that, 3,500 ton destroyers. Okay. New German medium bombers, which is fine because apparently our medium bombers are garbage. So I did see special squadrons. Now the question is, let's check our air groups here. Let's see, the Sparrow. What if we change the number of our dive bombers down to 10? We can add new aircraft. Oh, we can add special squadrons. Okay. Hmm. Maybe not yet. I don't think. I don't know. What if we get rid of disband one unit of light fighters and add a unit of special aircraft? Night capable. They can't be night capable. Add special. Okay, there we go. That is what we shall do. So we'll get rid of that one. We're losing a lot of our fighter capability, but we're gaining special aircraft, which improves what we got. Okie dokie. Save the game and go to next turn. Disarmament conference. We will not be limited in our national security, even though it's going to raise tension with France again. Oh, nice. All ships with torpedoes have ASW capability. Doesn't really do much for us except for like some of our light cruisers. Here's an improved model of our medium bomber, which was garbage. Improves the toughness. That's really all it does. And improves the range to like 1,100 miles, but that's ridiculous. It's more than you could need. All right, so the Calypsos. One more Calypso. All right, then let's start assigning. See if there's any gaps we need to fill in first. There are. There's gaps in a lot of our squadrons there. Okay, we're just going through and making each of our Calypso divisions 4 strong. And now, that's attrition from the last war that we were in. And look at that. We have 3 of these that are unassigned. Now, those 3 that are unassigned go into a squadron of 3 now, and then this last Calypso will fill that in. We'll have 4. I wouldn't mind having like another squadron or two of those, but they're just so expensive. There, let's build 5 more of these bombardas, the minesweepers. And now we're going to design, take it up to 1,600 tons, lower the speed, and we're going to slap on. I wonder why. Huh, I don't know. I was going to say, I wonder why the other ones were so tight on space, but I'm not entirely sure. So 4-inch auto loaders, pretty cool. Improved directors, fine. Well, we'll go with central firing. Again, they're not going to fight. But want to go with, we're not doing minesweeping on these ones. We're doing depth charge throwers. And we're getting the radar. And what if we get rid of the mines entirely? It doesn't help the ASW at all. So we'll max out the mines. We're just not doing minesweeping. Now, what if we add a single, like a swivel mount for center line? ASW goes up to 12. Okay. Are we allowed to put? Okay, so we're not allowed to put torpedoes on these things. Bummer. That would have given us 2 more anti-sub warfare. We'll put radar director. Not necessary. These things will never be involved in. They'll never really play a part in battles that have air power in them. So I think this is fine. The Clava, ASW. These are even cheaper than the other ones. Here we go. Alrighty. Tension with Austria goes back up. So we'll build 10 of these. Things are starting to look a little bit grim here. Let's go into our doctrine and go up to plenty on peacetime missile storage. It's going to take 12 months. Maybe, hopefully, we'll have 12 months to do it. So things are starting to look pretty rough here. We're going to sell to anyone who will buy. Okay. Tensions are high. Tensions are getting nasty here. Relations. Let's see. Austria. They're allied with Japan. That doesn't bother us one bit. However, how does Austria look here? Their navy's about the size of ours. No problem there. They only have 2 carriers. They've got 1 battleship, 2 battle cruisers, some light carriers, and of course their ever dangerous heavy cruisers. They also have a lot of submarines. And I think we're not going to get any lower tensions due to the recent war. Well, they are on their own now. Nice. So we could technically have jet capable air carriers at 30,000 tons. Not that we're gonna refit any of our old carriers. Okay, tension with Austria goes down. We're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna refit the old carriers. Let's see, build 5 more ASWs. we'll just, if it comes to it, we'll just build bigger aircraft carriers, like new ones. And in that case, we're going to expand our dock size a bit. Wow, 75,000 ton Shikishima. Let's go take a look at that. Tension with France reduced because they know we can beat them. All right, Japan, what do you got brewing over here? 1950, 9 17-inch guns. Look at this monster. 28 knots, 14.5-inch belt. Lots of AA. But like it being this big, I don't know, it just feels like you start to get diminishing returns after a while because you need so much engine horsepower to haul this thing around. So we're going to build 5 more minesweepers. We're going to build 5 more ASW, and that will be all we need of those, I believe. Let's see, we got some rebuilds happening. Okie dokie. Anything we need to update the Minervas? Minervas are going to start going old here shortly, so let's open the design for a rebuild. Let's replace the machinery. Radar director for the medium AA. Upgrade the 4-inch secondaries with an autoloader. And now we're way above topside capacity. So how do we fix that? Lower the number of mines. In fact, we'll get rid of the mines entirely on this thing because we have mine ships. We have plenty of mine ships. We're gonna take the radar tech up to 5. And that pretty much gets us back down on the top side capacity. Give it improved director. We'll get rid of 1 light AA in exchange for we're going to be 4 tons overweight. That's fine. That is fine. Yeah, that's okay. 40 heavy AA factor is pretty darn good, and this is an expensive rebuild. Dang. So we'll start rebuilding this one. And we're going to go forward a month, and we'll start rebuilding another one. The largest heavy cruiser, 20,000 tons. Russia, you know what? We'll sell to you. That's fine. We're not too afraid of Russia. So let's rebuild another Minerva. Okay, and then we'll chill out for. Actually, let's start rebuilding now. Rebuild the last of the Minervas. We're going to be in a deficit for a little while, but it's not going to be enough to put us in a negative funding. And we want to get it done quick. We're close to getting super carriers. We might wait until we get super carriers before we try to build our next one. So Austria goes up. Why? Why did it go up? Historical. Okay, that's fine. So Papua New Guinea is now independent. Spain tensions go up. All right, there's considerable increase in maximum carrier size. Not that we have the dock size to go really big, but it's good to know. Increased AA and SAM hit chances. We now get monopulse radar. Improved float plane doesn't matter. I ain't gonna look at it because we don't use float planes. Save. Okay. So how are we looking here? We are 10 months away from the first of our new Corvettes. 1 month away from the last of our calypsos being finished. It's going to be tension goes down with a lot of people. Tension goes up with Germany. So it's going to be funny if you take a look at our calypsos. The first one came into service in 1943, and this last one is from, well, oh, it hasn't finished yet. All right, hang on. There it is. France and Spain are high tension. Uh, yeah, we'll do more semi-armor piercing ammo, I guess. Not that gunfighting is going to be a big thing from this point forward, but you never know. So we'll design a new naval patrol craft. We'll go for speed, and that's really about all that matters. We just need them to get there and scout and come back. Speed and firepower, why not? Tension with France goes down. Oh no, tension with France goes up because they resent us having Corsica. Austria goes down. Okay, getting close there with France, getting ugly. But we might better find a way to bring it down. Okie dokie. Now, the last of the Pelicana, or Calypsos, finished in 1951, so there's an 8-year gap between the newest and the oldest. We did have a war in between, which kind of slowed things down a little bit there. All right, we're looking pretty up to date here. The Andrea Dorias are going to need an update here in the next couple of years, but we'll hang in there with them. I would like to start working on like another set of new carriers, but we have all this stuff here under construction. That's going to be another year or so before we're really good for that. Although the Minerva is going to free up a bunch of money here in about 4 months. So let's wait until our dock size is finished, and then we'll see what we can do. Uh, this is due to the meddling of Germany. Double tension with Germany. You Almanac, are they, hang on, view relations, are they allied with anyone? They're not. Yeah, it's all Germany's fault. Improved ASW capability of aircraft carriers. Not too shabby. New U.S. medium bomber. Okay, and improved light jet fighters. We gain a little bit more speed. Actually, 20 some knots, or just a little bit short of 20. 15. We get a lot more range. 86 more miles on a light load. We gain a point of firepower. Our light jet fighter might be pretty decent. Okay, we just need to avoid war with France here for just a little while longer until we can get our missile stockpiles improved. There it is, and start working on our new carriers. Let's go for budget and tension with Britain. So we're at 658 on the yearly budget. Ooh, jet attack and heavy jet aircraft. So 658 on budget. Okay, here's a new light jet fighter. So here's the one that we're the C model here. So we gain 28 knots of speed. We gain a little bit of we lose quite a lot of range, and we lose some of our firepower in exchange for maneuverability. So we're going to say no. So 658 on budget goes up. Nice. Okay. Still waiting on dock size. Ship's under construction. Looking pretty good there. All right, we're just going to keep going for a couple more months, I think, until we can get our dock size, and then we're going to go for like a max size carrier. We'll go for tension and budget. That might push us into War with France. Ugh. Okay. All right. Budget's looking very nice now. Very good. Unrest has gone up. That might be due to budget, however. So we're going to go one more month. New docks, cruisers. Japan and Russia are fighting. This guy's average aviator port admin. Yeah, have him beached. He's an aviator in charge of light cruisers. So Russia and Japan are at war. All right, let's design our new aircraft carrier. It's not going to be much bigger than the old ones, honestly. 37,000 is the old one. But we have a bunch of new technologies we're going to incorporate here, like angled flight deck. 44,500. We can go, that's max size there. 31 knots is the Sparrow class. So 30 knots is fine for this one, I think. 2.5-inch deck, that's probably not necessary. We're going with angled flight deck. So we're gonna generate them until we get one that has an angled flight deck graphic on it. Hmm. Okay. I thought there was like a drop down you could choose from like pre-made ones. Hmm. I thought there were like pre-made ones you could do like a drop down. CVs. There we go. That's kind of what we're looking for there. All right. We're back up to 44,500. We don't need all this deck armor. Let's go back down to 1-inch deck, 1-inch extended deck. Belt will be 2 inches to save us from some near misses. Spacious accommodation, that's actually good because we're getting close to the point where that matters. Gas turbine, so gas turbine saves us a little bit of weight. Is that allowed? We don't have gas turbines. What design flaw did we can't produce 4-inch guns of that quality? Okay, well that doesn't matter. Let's see here. We want angled flight deck. We have catapults. Can we add? Can't have more than 2 catapults. That's fine then. So we're gonna go up to 80 aircraft. We're up to 90 aircraft, and then the radar tech is level 6 now. Electrical optical director. These is for the primary guns. We're gonna go down to 1 fire control station. We got the dual purpose guns on here. We'll add a couple more. So port wing, starboard wing. These will be double turrets. We do like quad turrets. Hang on. Let's clear all the turrets out. Let's add 3-inch quadruple turrets. So port wing, starboard wing, midships wings. Not allowed for triple or quadruple mounts. So clear the turrets. Add the turrets doubles. Port wing. And there we go. Gets up to 68 heavy AA factor, which is pretty darn good. Dual purpose auto loading. We want more ammunition, so we're going to go with 350 rounds per gun per barrel. We're looking good on topside load. An inclined belt, not. Unit machinery. That would save us some weight. And again, we don't have gas turbines. So we're going to go down to oil turbines. Actually, what if we go with diesel? Eh, yeah, diesel's fine, I guess. All right, so we have 2-inch belt. We have 1-inch deck, 1-inch extended. That doesn't save us from anything, but we at least get our spacious. We at least get our spacious accommodation, which sorts us out for not needing to upgrade due to that. And it's medium range. Anything weird here that popped up with all these changes I made? Not really, but we can at least increase the light AA. We can increase the heavy AA. I think you can't really go above 8. Yeah, more than 8 is excessive. Six light AA, and those will be upgraded to CWIS in time. And then we have 100 extra tons. What do we do with it? Can't add another aircraft, but we could add some secondaries with a director on there, I think. 2-inch secondaries. Doesn't do us any good because they're not dual purpose. So let's ignore that. Let's not bother with it. I guess we'll just have an extra 120 some tons. We got our angled flight deck. We have the deck edge lifts. We're jet capable. We're 90 aircraft. It's going to be an expensive build, 3,000 per month basically for 42 months. 125,000 in total. That is expensive, but if you want to be competitive, that's what you need. Klein belt doesn't really change anything. Magazine box. That would save. That'd save a lot of weight, but we're not going to do it. All right. Suggest a name. Aquila. Oh, we're going with our bird themes. So let's go with the. There are no more birds in here. There might be. These might be birds. Some of these might be birds in Italian. I don't know. We're gonna go with the cardinal, or how about something like deadly, like a a kite class. All right, that'll do. So in a few months, we'll start constructing those. This guy's below average. Be gone. Alrighty. Let's see. Russia lost a heavy cruiser, but Japan lost the Yamato. Bummer for them. Total construction. 2 more months, we can start working on the new carriers. Let's see. Light cruiser lost for Russia. Okay, so in the meantime, let's build a few submarines because we're having a really excessive amount of subs right or money right now. So we're going to go with 10 medium subs and 10 more medium subs. New naval patrol aircraft are available for evaluation. Here's our choices. We gain about 50 knots of, not 50, like 30 knots of speed. We gain a lot of range. We get some firepower, some toughness. We want to keep the bomb load the same if possible. So we're going to go with this one here. It's a privately built light jet fighter. So we gain a little bit of speed. We lose range again. And we lose stats? No, we're not going to do it. All right, let's build 2 of these kite class. Gives us leftover monies. So we're going to build uh, 5 more medium subs and 5 more medium subs. And we're going to regain a bunch of money here shortly as the corvettes finish up. So we have 9 bombardas that have just finished. So we're going to retire 9 of the old Pelicanos. Scrap them. Farewell. No, we're not selling them. Just get out. Be gone. Oh, wow, we're 30 minutes in. All right, sorry. I just realized. All right. Yep. So we got our little project going. I don't think these kites are going to be ready for the next war. Although we did lose a lot of tension with France just now. What happened there? Reduced, reduced. Oh, that's really, actually, that's really nice. That gives us a lot more time, hopefully, to start getting some of this stuff done that we're working on. The Balzana is going to need a refit as well here soon, so we have to keep an eye on that. And the Andrea Dorias are going to need a refit fairly soon, in the next couple years. So, uh, it gives us a chance to put new radars and stuff on them at least. Other than that, not too shabby. I'm going to upload this video. It'll be up on the 16th. So, I appreciate y'all for being here so much, and I will see you next time.